Rain is heavy.
It is heavy.
Oh, hey guys. Oh.
I'll just record for a bit.
Optimal.
What's
Illusion?
Optical illusion?
No, okay. I quit today, actually. Really bad
Unsubscribing
time.
for today.
I'm unsubscribing from this show. Really bad time to be filming an episode like this because I'm frazzled.
She really is. I've been over for like a couple of hours and it has been funny.
Maybe this is what it feels like to have ADHD. No.
Maybe.
I just like can't finish a thought.
Can't finish a task.
Everything's wrong. And I've realised that
Everything's wrong.
not everything's wrong, but just like...
No, little things are just going wrong.
Yeah, and things that would normally bother me are bothering me. And I've realised, like, you know how before I go away for a trip, I get so like frantic and I'm like cleaning my house. I can't leave on a trip if my house is dirty.
Yes, it has to be spotless.
Yeah, I'm feeling like that right now. Like, my car's been dirty for like a month maybe.
Yeah.
Today, had to clean it. Didn't have time. I had things to do today. Had to clean it. I went to the car wash and I cleaned it.
It is giving ADHD.
Like, it doesn't matter.
No, it
And I got
doesn't.
home, I was rushing to get ready, and then look at my bench. My recycling thing on the bench was like, I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I booked into my acupuncturist tomorrow. She better.
She's got work to do.
She's got her job cut out for her, actually. Oh, I just hate it. And like, it's not even like my pre-period normalness.
You're just having a day.
It's been a couple days.
You're just having a week.
Oh, I don't want a week. I want it to be done. It's also pouring down rain outside.
It is.
Which maybe is not helping.
We've had just a run of good weather, not to be a news reporter, but
But we are. News
we are.
reporters.
And now it's just pouring down and storming today. I kind of love it.
Whoa.
I love like a day of rain.
A day's fine. But
Yeah.
like the forecast for the next like 7 days is like a bit on and off.
Oh no.
Oh no. But we also have switched up our matcha order. Matcha. Sorry. Don't mean to be controversial.
Sorry.
But we got it from our faves at O'Bagel.
It is the best on the GC. I honestly think this is one of the best because even when we were in Sydney, we were like really trying to find the best matcha in Sydney, and we TikToked, like we were searching. There wasn't like one that was incredibly like this is the best.
Yeah. Would you say Harry's was the best you tried?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I got a comment on my vlog of this girl being like, oh my gosh, there's this bookstore that sells matcha or something like that, like a few down from Dimmicks or something. And I was like, okay, well, like,
We should have asked on your story or something.
we should have. And I like, if anyone's trustworthy, it's,
Our friends.
yes, our best friends.
Yeah.
Our besties.
The one you had from that random little shop
was
across from
good.
Mandurri was good.
That was, yeah, that was really good. Maybe that's like better than Harry's.
Whoa.
I don't know. Harry's is great. I just love Harry's.
I
I
liked
love that
Harry's.
street. Like looking across the road and seeing Depot and
Yeah.
the bees and all of the colourful buildings, and then you're sitting at Harry's in the sun on that little like, wow.
Oh, I loved it.
We had such a good trip.
We really did.
We were saying the whole time, why is everything just going so right?
Yeah. So if you haven't watched the vlogs recently, that's fine.
Oh, so you
Hate us, that's fine. I doubt you'd be here watching this.
That's
if
what I
you haven't.
think. But like maybe vlogs aren't just some people's
Yeah.
cup of tea.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Went to Sydney last week, Monday to Thursday. Literally had the best time.
The best, like nothing. Not that we expect things to go wrong, but I feel like when you're traveling, like little things going.
Or just like not loving a meal that you eat.
Yes.
Like literally
Like-
didn't happen to us once.
I was about to say, like, down to each meal, it was like, oh my gosh, like, everything was so good. Like, we had sushi, and it was good,
Oh,
but we were
yeah.
like, oh my god, it's amazing. And, like, that was the worst meal of the trip.
Yeah. And like all of our Ubers were nice.
Yep, easy.
Yeah. Everything we
just-
wanted to do was so, like, it turned out to be so fun.
Yes.
Our accommodation was literally perfect.
It was insane.
I will be back there one day.
Yeah, I see that
I'm
for us.
convinced, yeah.
I was telling Sam about it, and I was, like, showing him all of the videos, and he was like, that is insane. I was like,
Yeah.
I know. And I even just feel like we were in a mood the whole time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a delusional mood where everything was funny. We were like pissing ourselves laughing so much of the trip.
At nothing.
Yeah.
What city in Australia do you think is like the most popular?
Sydney, surely.
Yeah, not Melbourne.
I think, like, do you mean internationally?
Yeah.
I feel like just everyone goes to Sydney when they travel to
Yeah.
Australia because it's like the iconic, like, Sydney Harbour Bridge and
The Opera House.
Opera House and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, maybe Melbourne's more popular for, like, local, like Australian. I don't know. I would say Sydney, surely.
Yeah. So, like, I obviously understand it has, like, a hype for a reason, but I was still just like, wow, I love it here so much.
I love it here. There. I reckon, we were saying this, but if I had to live in any other part of Australia, Sydney.
Yeah. Have
Sydney-
you been to Adelaide?
Actually haven't. But cold.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
I don't think you could live there, but I was just wondering if you've been.
Yeah, no, I've never been.
Yeah.
I really want to go. Christina said that she wants to take me.
Oh, that's fun. Can I come?
Of course.
Thank you.
She says that this 1 week or something of... I can't remember when she said... There's like markets and
festival.
Yeah.
What's
I can't remember what
I
it's
know
called.
the name.
Did you go?
Nope.
You just heard?
Yep, I've just heard about it. That's gonna
I've
bother me
forgotten.
all day.
There's probably people watching from
Yeah,
Adelaide.
we should go.
Yeah, she was like, you should come around
That's
that
so
time.
fun.
And she was like, explain it to me. I was like, why does it feel like a Gilmore Girls, like little town festival kind of
Yeah.
energy? Because they have in Gilmore Girls, they have all of these little like seasonal festivals and stuff. And it's like small town, everyone knows each other. And I'm not saying Adelaide's a small town vibe, but from what she was describing, she was like all of these like local food market, like food stalls. And I was like, I
So
love that.
cute. I feel like Edinburgh just had one.
Oh, how do you know that?
Louise went.
Oh.
I really like Adelaide. I'd love to go in summer.
Because you've only been in...
I've really been in like winter or like a autumn, but like both cold. So I'd love to like stay in Brighton, go to the beach every day, live that life there.
Fringe?
Yes.
Adelaide Fringe.
Sorry, I just yelled.
Australia's
Fringe
biggest
Festival.
arts festival and is the world's second largest annual arts festival after Edinburgh.
Okay.
Held in the South Australian capital of Adelaide.
The Dimmicks in Adelaide is crazy.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I'd love to go.
I would still love to go to Perth because I do think I could live there, but I haven't been, so I can't say that with a strong opinion.
Okay, no, yeah. I went when I was like 16, 17 on a family trip and I remember everything being beautiful there, but I don't think I like appreciated it.
Yeah, of course.
I think I was just like, cool.
Yeah. Do you reckon you could live in Cairns?
Yeah. More specifically like Palm Cove.
Yeah.
Like Cairns is nice, but I think I'd prefer, if I was going to do it, I'd live like just small, quiet beach life in Palm Cove. Oh, I reckon I could. I'd love to have a holiday house
I think
there.
I'd die.
Yeah. You in summer, you'd actually just hate life, surely.
I think I would.
Okay, so it's from February to March each year, so in 2025.
Yes, that's good weather.
Yeah. So we'll be going.
Fine, twist my arm.
Anyway.
Oh, that's near Coachella.
Yeah.
April.
Next month, Coachella. And then...
Next month.
Gracie.
Turn 29? Yeah, last year.
To you. I love that term so much.
Me too. Oh my god, Gracie. I can't believe we've like locked something in for 2025.
I know, May 2025.
2025.
No, so I was at my naturopath's today. I had a naturopath appointment and we were just like catching up on like life. And so we went through like everything happening for the rest of the year, like busy end of the year. And then she was like, and then yeah, it's like 2025. I was like, I know. And like I even feel like that's already filling up. Like my wedding is next year. So as soon as it's 2025, it's gonna be like wedding year, which is
No.
crazy.
It's actually a bit sickening.
Crazy. I can't believe it.
Yeah, because like Christmas is so soon. Yeah, well that means that 2025 is right there.
Around the corner.
And like 2025, like my little brother will be 25 years old. Like I don't understand how
No.
time just moves.
And do you feel like this year has gone like extra fast?
I do think so.
Like I'm not sure if that's getting older or what happens in the year. I don't know, but I just honestly feel like I cannot believe. Like I know Christmas is still a while away, but I'm like already thinking, well, Christmas is just about to be here.
I feel like every year feels faster and faster.
Yeah. I also feel like from September onwards, click of a finger.
Yeah.
And it's like 1st of November, 1st of December. And I'm like, oh my
Wait,
gosh.
what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And I do just feel like busy end of the year. I don't think I've ever had such a busy end of my year
Yeah.
coming up. Like so
But in
many things are
saying
happening.
that, after like the first week of December, it's chilling.
Yes. And I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Like from
That'd
that,
be gorgeous.
I really want to just like soak up Christmas this year.
Yeah.
And like an Australian Christmas because we were away last
Yeah.
year. And I just like can't wait to just be at the beach, like having just like the ultimate summer Christmas.
Which is so funny because like when we went away, we're so excited to like experience a winter.
I know.
We said winter wedding.
Winter
Okay.
wedding.
I went to Christmas and
Yeah.
like obviously it was so incredible to experience. But
It
like
was.
it's so great that we live in such an amazing place that we get to come home and like, oh, I can't wait to spend Christmas at the beach. And
Yeah. And it's one of those things that I think it made me realise how how grateful I am to live where we do. Because Christmas in winter is magical, but cold and
I'm having less fun, unfortunately, in the
I
cold.
love being hot.
Yeah.
So
So
summer Christmases, and even though it's more like typical Christmas to be in winter, because we grew up with Australian summers for winter,
yeah, it still feels.
it makes me feel Christmassy.
Yeah.
As soon as the weather starts to turn hot, I'm like, oh, I feel Christmassy, which
Yeah.
is probably so strange for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But I'm like, as soon as, because we've had some hot weather, like really hot weather recently, I'm like, oh my gosh, this
God,
just
it's
feels
Christmas
Christmassy.
time.
Like, I can't wait to put my Christmas tree up. Isn't
Yeah.
that so weird?
No, it's so weird. I really had a moment today. I went for a walk along the beach this morning and I was just like, and obviously I'm grateful all the time, but like every now and then it like hits you a bit more and I'm like, whoa, like I live here.
I know.
Like I truly just think the Gold Coast is like
The best place
the
on the
best
earth.
place ever.
I agree.
And I'm like, whoa, I can like travel the whole world and like still come home and be like, oh fuck, I love my home.
I know, me
Like
too.
that's crazy.
I know.
And even like the fact that I used to drive an hour to like walk where I was walking this morning, I was just like,
And you just drove, what, 10, 15
yeah,
minutes?
I was just
Yeah.
like, oh.
I know, I feel completely the same. And even that, I hadn't even moved here this time last year. I've not even lived here for a year.
So true.
And I remember so often, like, doing the drive, being like, oh, one day. And now it's just the normal.
Yeah. And it happened so quick.
It did happen so quick. I don't know, I'm in a really reflective mood right now.
It's end of year.
End of year reflections. It's all about realising things. And I'm just like really thinking about, I don't know why. Like even I was talking to you last night and I was like, oh, I've been like reflecting. Don't. I was on one last night.
You were, and I was like, maybe you need to talk to your therapist about ADHD. Like that was crazy.
You
You were
way
like,
that wasn't even crazy for me though.
okay, there was a couple of times where you were like saying 2 words at once, first of all. Second of all,
Oh, no.
you were like saying half sentences. And then you're like, sorry, wait, I just went off track there. And then,
Oh god, I'm so sorry.
but like, did you feel better after?
I did.
I'm so glad.
I got fresh air, went for a walk, and actually just got everything that was on my mind out of my mind. I'm such a, as soon as I've spoken it, it's less overwhelming.
You are.
I really am. Like journaling, speaking to someone, yeah, that's where I thrive. I was like, hey, here's every single thought, and I had a great sleep because I'd already I didn't have to process everything when I went to bed. I'd already processed it a couple hours prior.
Like every night you need to spam me on your nighttime walk.
I do.
So you sleep well.
Yeah, I'm like,
So
okay,
that's the cure to your insomnia.
exactly
Amazing.
I'm glad we've come to that conclusion.
Happy to help.
Cheers to that.
No, cheers to that. And I feel like when we used to live far away from each other, we'd spam like that all the time.
Every single
and
day.
And then your name just like kept popping on my phone. I was like, oh my God.
Like, this is
I'm getting a spam. And then you were on your walk with your headphones. I was like, oh my God.
No, like when we first met each other, we lived like 6.5 hours away from each other. And so every single day, and we'd both gone full-time social media and like didn't really have any friends that were doing the same thing.
Just
yet.
Rach.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah.
Oh, she wasn't full time, I guess, at the time. Yeah.
And we were just like doing so much of the similar things.
Yeah, like same brands.
Same brands, like exactly the same work. And I remember like we were just, because we didn't have any colleagues or anything, we would just yap all day like, oh my gosh, this, have you done this? Like, what do you feel about this? Like just talking all the time. And then even when I moved a bit closer, but we still lived like an hour and a bit away from each other, we'd do it every single day, like a recap of our day. Like, I don't even know what
on earth we were saying.
No, but every single day, and we just don't do it anymore because we'll see each other in person, which is obviously amazing.
Yeah.
But I do love just yap.
And like I've been with you all day yesterday.
So true.
And then you were saying, I was like, what on earth has she got to say? Lots.
So
apparently.
much. So much of nothing.
No.
Oh. Thank you.
Lots.
Yeah, that was a bit. I don't remember half the things I said now.
But as long as you feel good.
I did.
It's so trippy seeing you so close.
I know it is. We've changed up the angle
Don't
this
look.
week.
Too close.
Yeah, usually I like can't see the screen.
Yeah. I'm seeing myself a bit too clearly. I literally have a puddle on my pant.
Would you put a pillow there?
I don't
Would you
want
consider
it.
that?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wish I got extra ice.
Go do it.
Now. I was talking to my friend Lila because I was like, how do you like initiate like cuddling with someone?
Oh my gosh, you've got so much to update them. For starters,
I do.
We'll get back to that. Continue.
And Lila was like, okay, so you're sitting on the couch and you're like, oh, I forgot to get my thing off the bench. And then if she's the one, she'll go, let me get it for you. And she'll get up, get it for you. And then when she comes back down, then you snuggle up.
Wow, that's a process. Yes,
why is it so hard? And like, I'm just so like upset that I don't know how to do things. Like, why am I like, fuck, how do I like start cuddling someone?
Yeah, but
Because I've just never cuddled anyone.
yeah, but I also feel like even if you'd done it prior, doing it with a new person is always a who's going to initiate it? Who's going to like, because it's still, you're with a new person. It's like not the same, obviously, but like getting a new friend and like, oh, who's going to, and you know what I mean? Like it's just like getting to know people and being more comfortable around people.
Yeah.
If that makes you feel better.
It does, actually.
I'm glad.
Thanks. Yeah, I have a third date tomorrow.
Okay, so
That's crazy.
what has happened since last time we filmed?
The first 2 days.
We've broken a record.
Broken a record.
No
which is
ick after day 2.
Ridiculous of me. But with my dating history, here's a rundown.
I'm sad.
Maybe I should like actually
PowerPoint.
make a presentation for the end of the year.
I think you should.
Will I have a girlfriend at the end of the year? No, I'm kidding. I'm getting ahead of myself. I can't give you an exact percentage, but I would say 80% of my first dates end there. Yeah. And then up until now, every second date, one of them I got ghosted, the rest of them I got the ick. Or not even just the ick, just like I realised that I was not interested at all.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
which sounds dramatic. But
crazy how that happens, like just from like one hand, I'm like, yeah, I want to see you again. And then the next I'm like, I am not interested. Like, how does that happen?
yeah, maybe just because you don't really, even in like the nerves of the first date, like you've got so many questions and blah, blah, blah. It's really the second date that like cements, is this going to continue getting better or worse?
Yeah.
Like the first date set is here and then it can either go or
Yeah, because like technically the second date should be even better than the first.
Yes. Hopefully.
I've experienced. Shocking.
Crazy thing.
So yeah, I got coffee with this girl. We hung out for like 4 hours getting coffee. Great start. And then we saw each other again. That was it. Sorry. Why am I like giving too much information is how I feel right now.
Sorry, you don't have to share if you're not.
No. Saw each other again on the weekend. And that date was 6.5 hours long.
And a great date.
Great date.
Round of applause. Should we give her a name?
Okay, Lila called them Mystery Mask Girl because I like didn't tell Lila her name.
MMG.
MMG. Yeah, go on.
We can call her Mystery Mask Girl, but it's just
No,
a bit.
MMG.
MMG.
MMG. What was I saying?
Oh, you were like, second date went well.
Yes. Good enough for a third. So, third date, rock on.
MMG, round of applause.
Oh, God. I realised too, because I normally update you right after my date, which I did, but I also updated you in the toilet.
Yes.
On the date.
Yes. Which I loved.
Just because I had a spare second.
Yeah. I was scared when I saw a few videos sent through, and because the day started at 4:30 p.m. and it was 6:30 p.m. and I saw some videos I was editing and I saw them popped up and I was like, oh no, she's already home after like 2 hours, like that's not good. And then I opened them and you were like, it's going really well, I'm just in the bathroom, she bought me flowers, great driver, that's all. I was like, oh,
I
so
also
good.
put a snippet of that on my story, and the snippet I first put up was like, and she can drive, like can reverse park, like huge green flag. And then this girl replied and was like, babe, bars on the floor, like can drive. And I was like, oh wait, no, like I don't even think I would date someone if they didn't have their license. Yeah. I just mean can drive well.
Yes. And there's honestly nothing more attractive, but
no, but it's so attractive
when someone is confident, and is just like, yeah, I've got this.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm sorry.
Open the door for me to this immaculate clean car, and then can drive. Yeah,
drive. Also brought you flowers,
which like I don't know. Part of me is like, is that a lot?
I don't think so. Second date.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I've never had someone romantically buy me flowers before. So that was cute.
That was so cute.
And like, I don't know, it was just like, and I do sound like the bar is on the floor, but it is actually because I haven't seen any of this done before.
Yeah.
But like, offered to pick me up, and like that's happened before, but I normally say no. Came to my, they didn't just like pull up out the front, be like, here, like parked in the visitor parking, came to my door with my flowers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then
I'm obsessed.
watch me get the ick tomorrow.
No.
This all just be nothing. No, sorry. And then like we walked out to her car together and she opened the door for me, drove really well, like didn't even put maps on to like drive to the beach,
It's
which is
the
like,
little things.
I don't need maps either, but like I don't know why that was like, oh, okay. Obsessed. Did a parallel park at the pizza place. We had a little sunset picnic on the beach.
And she fully organised everything. Hey?
Yeah.
Like it was all a surprise. You had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, had a sunset picnic on the beach and then went to putt-putt and then went and got Yochi and then didn't want to go home, so we just kept driving around and then went and parked at the beach, sat in the car, talked for hours, and then we're like, it's 11, we should probably go home.
Actually, like, I feel giddy for you. Oh, if anyone deserves it, it's
So yeah.
her day tomorrow.
So
Look, it's only been green flags.
yeah.
MMG.
MMG.
Imagine if one day you introduce her to everyone, you're like, so this is MMG. She's
So you
like,
know how
what?
the girl is telling you a mystery masco? Yeah, that's how. When he said, welcome to my show.
I'm ready for my close-up.
Bark, bark, bark.
Woot, woot, woot. I love you. I didn't mean what I said earlier. I promise.
You know what they say about you? You're almost going to jungle freak.
It was a less hard version.
Of me. Winnie would be such a brat if he could speak. They'd be like, oh, he's so cute. Nah, he'd be a brat. He'd say nasty things about you.
I'd be scared.
Yeah,
To
I
know.
would be too. Especially me. He'd be like, fuck you, Mum.
You're like, no. He's like,
Yeah. Can you imagine if Lang's dog Ned could speak? He'd be the same.
He would be. But it would be like more like, Mom!
Bull, bull. No,
If
he's
Harvey could speak, it would just be. And I don't know what Odie would be like. I feel like he could be either like a because he can be either a dickhead or he can be an absolute gentleman.
Like he's really like 50-50, isn't he?
He is 50-50.
Like I really love Odie.
I love Odie too.
Obviously. You
Yeah.
do.
Do you feel more of a connection to Odie or Harvey?
I actually think Odie.
Wow.
But I think he likes me more. Like he really likes me.
He does really like you.
And I think Odie's love language is physical touch.
Definitely.
Because he just
yeah.
on me every time.
Yeah.
And I just love it.
Yeah.
Especially when he's like really schmodoppy.
Yes.
I will be very upset very soon. Come here. It's like when you're over at a friend's house and the parents are like yelling at their kids and you're just like,
And you're like, and then when it ends and you're just like,
we'll just go to your room.
yeah.
That's my least favourite.
Yeah, me too.
Would you rather like be the kid being yelled at or like the friend watching?
Oh, probably. Oh, because I'd be so embarrassed if I was the person getting yelled at too.
Yeah.
Probably the kid watching.
Yeah.
Because it's like, at least I'm not in trouble.
Yeah.
What would you prefer?
I think so too.
Like, it's uncomfortable, but at least, like, you're not getting yelled at.
Yeah. And then you just get to go into the bedroom and like rant.
Stupid old Donnie.
Oh my god, did you grow up with a portable DVD player?
Yeah. Oh, portable? No.
Oh.
I thought you were just saying DVD player.
Did you grow up with a DVD player? My brother sent me a reel this morning of this girl like buckling into the back seat.
I always wanted one.
Portable DVD player.
I always wanted one.
I watched it and I was like, oh my god, I'm old.
Yeah, we've hit that age.
That like
Now that's where we lived in a time where things are now they're like vintage.
Yeah.
What's happening? Also retro
love it,
back in my day.
No, I was just like, and like I knew I had it, but I was like, oh, a portable DVD player, like not an iPad.
No. Portable DVD.
You're bringing the portable DVD player. It's probably got a case.
Yeah.
You're probably bringing 2 DVDs.
Yeah. Well, were they the ones that like hung over the front of the
They
car?
could if you had like a case for it.
I remember some of my friends had an every time I was like so jealous.
Yeah, I had one.
I would have been jealous.
And my favourite movie to watch in the car was Bridge to Terabithia.
What a movie.
And like all three of us would be in the back seat and Alex would be in the middle because Bryce and I argue too much.
Yeah.
And Bryce is on the other side, just watching the screen, can't hear it.
Yeah.
Crying because it's so sad.
So sad.
It's like, that's a kid's movie.
I know. Actually, that was probably one of the first movies that I was like heartbroken in. Like
And
watching
you loved the character so much.
You do. I feel like it would be just as devastating watching it as an adult.
I agree. You should watch it sometime.
No.
Yeah.
Let's stick to our 3 happy comfort movies. Actually. Our last book club book was Everything I Know About Love. And there's this bit about...
I'm mixing my drink.
Yeah. There's this part, I think it's towards the end, where she's talking about how... Because she was a millennial. Is a millennial. And she's talking about how it's crazy going from maybe like 25
Going.
to... Okay, I was going to try and move on.
Sorry.
Maybe. Going from.
She was talking about.
Yeah, it was crazy going from... In the book, she was talking about how crazy the feeling is going from being the generation that's always talked about. You know, she was saying like, millennials this, how best to market like for them and all. And all of a sudden, because she was in the, not publishing industry. She was like
a journalist.
So she was very much like in on all like the marketing and stuff. And she was like, it was the weirdest feeling going from like being the young generation that's got their whole lives ahead of them to then there being like Gen X is it millennial?
I actually don't know.
Let's do some research for
Let
you.
me whip up Google.
Because I feel like our whole lives, it's been so far, at least like for what I can remember too, it's always been like Gen Z and soon it'll be like, I don't even know what's underneath us actually.
Baby boomers. Generation X. Millennials. We're Gen Z.
Gen Z.
And then Generation Alpha.
Alpha?
Okay.
Okay, wait a shit
We
on
were
all of
all
us.
Alpha once.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're
Alpha.
we're Z.
Yeah, okay, so it's
1997 to 2012.
Wow.
It says. I don't know what really that means.
Well, there.
Like if you're born in that.
in those years.
Yeah.
2012 is quite late.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, really?
So Generation Alpha.
Like my brother is in the same generation,
Yeah.
but like that doesn't make sense in my head.
2012. Well, I suppose people born in 2012 would be, 14?
Oh, I can't do math.
Yeah. Because 10 years would be 22 and we're in 24. So 14 years.
I guess that makes sense.
Sorry, 12. I got that really wrong. 12 years. They'd be 12 years old. So that's where the
Yes.
cutoff is. So anyone under 12 years is Generation Alpha. Which I suppose like... Alpha. That's crazy. Like, are they going to get a big head? Like, yeah, we're Generation Alpha.
Yeah, but it's even like, well, what's Gen Pop? Is that just like a silly term, or is that
I've never heard of Gen Pop.
Gen Pop? I feel like that.
Gen Pop? That's kind of fun. I wish we were Gen Pop.
Wait, what is Gen Pop? Slang for the general population. Oh, what?
It just means like general population. You're
No, it says general population for inmates in a prison. That is not Gen Pop. I stopped.
What? I'm so confused.
Gen Pop has time to exercise in the yard 4 times a week.
Wait, to clarify, Gen Pop has time to exercise in the yard 4 times a week.
Because they're in prison. That's wrong.
I think Gen Pop just means general population, does it not?
I'm so stupid. I don't understand anything. Oh, well, like big companies, that's where I was going. Big companies hiring like young people to do like their social media. Like that's not us anymore.
Well, it is.
Almost not, really.
12 and under.
It's coming quick.
Yeah, in the next like 5-6 years, they'll be turning 18.
Well, yeah, when we're 30, when we're millennials.
Yeah. That's not how it works. Actually.
Hey, so it's not how it works. Hope this helps.
This helps.
That's been our favourite, like...
Hey, so fill in the blank. Hope this helps.
Hope this helps. Kiss. My favourite that you say all the time is, hey, so that's actually insane. Hope this helps.
Hope this helps. It just fits so many scenarios. Like something that's like not even that insane. It's like, hey, so that's insane.
Like if I'm watching a TikTok and I haven't decided if it's funny or not yet, and I open the comment section and the top comment is, hey, so this is actually insane. I can't wait to watch.
Yeah.
I'm watching all the way through.
Me too. Every single time, it slaps.
Yeah.
We were watching, it was like a mum interviewing her daughter the other day. And she's like an iconic daughter of TikTok, like very popular page or whatever. And the mum was interviewing her and she was like, oh, I don't even remember the question she asked. She was like, do you have any advice for like people going into first grade or something like that? And the little girl, she's so iconic. I love her so much. She's like, I don't know. Actually, let me tell you. She's like,
but it says it exactly like that.
Exactly. Like she's crunching away these crunches. She's like, I don't know. Actually, let me tell you. And so we've just adopted that into our vocabulary where we're like, I don't know. Actually, let me tell you.
I feel like I do that often though. I'll be like, I don't know. Actually, I do know. Why did I just say that?
So then it's just
Actually,
like,
let me tell you.
let me tell you.
She's so cute.
She's so cute.
And like, she's the kind of kid you watch and you're like, oh, children are so carefree.
So carefree.
Like she's like being filmed by her mum. She's chomping down on some corn chips.
Yeah.
Talking with her mouth open.
Yeah.
Not a care in the world.
No.
Actually, let me tell you. I was like, God, life's good when you're young, isn't it?
I know, you've just got like no thoughts. Just
then
vibes.
Equally, reading everything I know about love, like there was a whole discussion of wanting to like have your youth, but with all the knowledge that you have now.
Yeah.
And it's like so rude that you can't really have that, but like that's the way it should be.
I agree. I was watching this interview. It was actually, let me tell you. It was Hamish Blake.
Oh.
I love Hamish Blake.
Yeah.
I love Hamish and Andy.
Yeah.
Did you watch their show growing up?
I listened to them
Oh.
on the radio.
Okay.
Ew.
I
That's
listened
showing
to
our
them
age.
on the way to school.
Mackenzie.
I listened to them on the way to school. It was the highlight of my school drive. Anyway, that's not important.
Besides the point.
But he was asked a question in an interview and he then referenced that one of the richest people in the world or something, and the richest person in the world was like, what would you... Oh, I can't remember what the question was. It was something like, oh... No, I've lost it.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Do you know what? I'm going to find it because it's actually really good.
Your laugh just then was so deep.
Oh, I hate that laugh of mine. It just
I
comes
love
out whenever
it.
it comes out. Okay, I'm just going to play it for you.
What answer to a question has most changed your perspective on life?
The first one that jumps into my head is we had Richard Branson on the show, and one of the guys on our radio show, Jack, he basically said to Richard Branson, he was like, you are a billionaire.
Should I
Can we
pass
just
him
go
that?
downstairs? Richard Branson was like, I'll tell you, there's something I'll give you all my money for. And Jack's like, really? He's like, yeah, your age. And so we're like, that's interesting. And I remember hearing that, and I'm like, Jack's 22, and we're like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, I would happily be broke and 22 than a billionaire in 68 or whatever it was at the time. And that's always stuck with me because I'm like, that's true. And I think that would be true for all of us, especially as you get older and you're like, okay, like money's a thing in life. It's a tool that can make, it can certainly take some bad situations, like some discomfort away, but it's not happiness. And it's nowhere near the exhilaration of getting to live, and all the best stuff is for free. And I think that's what he was talking about. I think about that all the time. I'm like, whatever age we're at, like if we're 90 and let's say we have $10 million and we're 90 years old, of course we'll give $10 million to go back to be 40.
Isn't that so interesting?
That's so interesting.
Like nothing is more valuable than time.
Yeah. But like I feel like some people money would change their life.
Well, it definitely would. And that's obviously like a very privileged place to come from.
Yeah.
You know,
Youth.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that, of course, money does change lives. But would you prefer to be like a billionaire and only have 10 years left to live, or be 22,
Yeah.
young, healthy, and have your life ahead of you? It's just, that just reminded me when you were like, in everything we know about Love
Yeah.
Dollies, like all of my friends, when we got to 30 or 35, were thinking and saying what I would do to like be younger. Oh my gosh, I wish I could be 21, but have my brain now.
Yes.
It's like, well, would you go back to being 21 and have the same brain? Probably not.
The same brain you had at 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, like absolutely not.
Exactly. Like you've done all the growth.
Yeah.
You want to have to do that all again? Like,
Like I want both.
yeah. I know. It's just an interesting
Like I'm not
thought.
even like into my late 20s yet. And I'm like, I wish I could live my early 20s.
knowing what you know now.
Yeah.
But
that's the point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel like I wouldn't feel how I feel now if I
Yes.
didn't have my early 20s like that.
yeah.
But it's just crazy. And like
it's crazy.
how are we going to feel when we're 30 and then 40 and then 50? Like, we're constantly going to be learning and evolving.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have so many more lessons in life that we couldn't even imagine yet that's going to develop us and, you know, make us grow as people.
Yeah.
Like, imagine looking back in 10 years being like, oh my gosh, like, if only I knew what I knew now at 26, 25. Like,
Yeah. It's probably going to be the case.
yeah.
It's so interesting.
I always remember Cam, my stepdad. Well, he's a dad.
The man himself.
The man, the legend. The man, the
legend
myth, the
himself.
legend.
Yeah, that's him.
He was always like, he's just turned 50. And he's like, genuinely, I still feel like I'm like in my 30s. Like, he's like, mentally, of course you've like learned lessons, but he's like, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 50. Like, I genuinely still feel 30 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you just always kind of feel like that until one day you're like, oh, like, I'm old? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
And you'll just like never know until you're there.
Yeah. And everyone's just living life for the first time, whatever age they are. I feel like we might have talked about that before.
Yeah, I actually saw a TikTok though. I think I screenshot it. Because I often like let people get away with things, but with the justification. Everyone's living for the first time.
There's a fine line.
There is. It says, it's only the first time living is a popular phrase, but it is my first time too. I have not been as vile or as cruel or as vicious. I've not found the urge to treat others as they do, and I have not found the urge to act in the way they did. It may be all of our first time living, yet that doesn't mean what they did was justified. I don't think it's a good enough excuse.
Yeah, it's very true. It's like,
Isn't
yeah,
it?
we all have a little bit of grace with it, but there's no excuse to be an awful human being.
Yeah.
Just because it's your first time living.
Yeah.
Hey, so that's actually insane.
Yeah. Hey, so we're all living the same life.
Yep.
So
Not the same life, but we're all experiencing life.
Yeah, we're all experiencing life together.
Yes.
Isn't it so weird how like your perception of adults change as you like get older?
Fascinating.
Even I was talking to Rach about. I was like, I just love therapy because it's just so nice to be validated by like an adult. And Rach was like, isn't it crazy like we're adults? I was like, oh.
I know. When's
like
the
it.
point that you feel like you don't need validation from adults?
Yeah, or just like you're an adult, I'm an adult. And I'm like,
Yes.
no, you're an adult.
An adult.
I'm a child.
I'm like an adult.
Less of an adult.
You're an adult.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, they're usually older and, like, have
Yeah.
studied. So, of course, they are very knowledgeable. But, yeah, it still feels like, I don't know.
Different.
Yeah.
And like my parents, like I'll never see them as like not more adults than I am.
Yes, 100%. I feel like your parents are always going to be that,
Yeah.
though. Like, I will be, like, 40 years old and still going to Ken being like, hey, so how do I do this?
Yeah.
Like, he'll always be more of an adult.
Even
than
Lane's
me.
more of an adult to me.
Yeah, 100%.
5 years old, 4 years older than
Yeah.
me. Like, not,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Life's fucking crazy, my
No,
dude.
It's crazy. Like, imagine telling okay, if someone went to your 18-year-old self and, like, showed a picture or, like, I don't know, showed a vlog of your life at 26, what do you think you'd think?
I think she'd be stoked.
Yeah. Do you think she'd be like, oh my gosh, like, I thought I'd be more this or less this, or...
I think she'd be like shocked and like have questions, but I think she'd be like, nice.
Nice. Isn't that the best feeling?
Yeah. What do you think your 18-year-old self would think?
I think she'd be stoked. I think she'd be like,
Like, you
are you
fucking did it."
kidding? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, literally, not saying all my dreams have come true, but...
Majority of them.
yeah, like a lot of the things that I was like dreaming about when I was 18 is how I live now.
Did you know Sam when you were 18?
Yeah. So we got together.
Like, you'd be able to show up and like,
You're
you're about
engaged.
to marry Sam
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
She'd be like,
I'd be like, get out. No, even like when I first turned 18, we weren't together, but like I knew him.
yeah. Like, that's even crazier.
That's even crazier.
Like,
yeah.
not even dating.
No.
That's so cool.
Like went to his 18th and like had a crush on him.
yeah.
If I was
Like,
told then, I'd be
you're
like,
going to marry him.
I would be like, whoa, what?
Yeah. You're taking the piss.
Yeah.
You have to travel for work.
I
You've
think
always been a content creator.
I've always loved it. Yeah. I think if I told my 18-year-old self, hey, your full-time job is YouTube, like I would need to know nothing else. I'd be like, that's always been like literally from like 13. I was like, that would be my dream.
How old were you when you started your channel?
17
Yeah, like,
or 18? No, started 17.
so like 1 year in, and you get told that.
And at that time, I was making absolutely no money.
Oh, yeah, of
Views
course.
were like,
Yeah.
I don't actually remember.
My 18-year-old self, I hadn't even started.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Like,
No, you go.
okay. No, you go.
Okay. It's so funny because when I was in the closet, my whole life. I would look at lesbians. Feel like, well, they're just so cool, like, aren't they? Just cool. Like, kind of like the cool, like, when you're in year 8 and you look at the year 12s, you're like, they're just so cool. Like, that's how I'd look at lesbians.
Yeah.
Hey, so that's actually not normal.
Hey, so the closet is closed.
Hope this helps. And so I just know that if my 18-year-old self, I mean, I don't have a girlfriend right now, but if I got to be like, you're dating a girl,
Yeah.
she'd be like,
Yeah.
that is so cool.
That is so cool. Like, you are cool.
Yeah, like, that's all I need to know,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Do you think if you got the chance to see a video of your day in 10 years' time, would you do it?
Whoa, that's a huge question.
I know.
Do you know your answer?
Yes.
I need to think for a second. It's kind of similar to the, like, if you, like, could find out how you died, or, like...
Or, like, if you could go into the future or the past or
yeah.
something like that. Like, almost if you could watch a daily vlog of yourself in 10 years' time, would you do it?
What if it's not as good as my life now?
It's a risky take. Or what if it's, like,
What if I'm
20
single?
times better? You'd be like, hey, so I'm actually giving up now.
So, what the fuck? I actually can't choose.
Really?
The thought of it terrifies me. But then maybe if it was worse, then it would, like, force me to, like,
Change?
enjoy life now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you can't you can't see the future and then, like, change things now to make it different.
Well, that's kind
That's
of
not
like
how the
that
future
whole,
works, is
like,
it?
butterfly effect thing.
Yeah.
Like, you change one thing and it's like a ripple effect. Maybe you can't.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Okay.
Okay, imagine.
Okay.
My YouTube flopped. I'm searching for a new career. Living off my savings. Winston, dead. Single. Imagine watching that. I'd be like, oh my God. It'd be hard to keep going.
Yeah, it would. It'd be hard to get through the day, through the vlog. Hard watch.
Hard watch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would never watch it.
You wouldn't?
No, 1,000%.
Okay, I don't know why I thought you would.
No, no way.
Wow.
No way in hell I'd be watching that.
Any extra reasoning? No?
No, I just don't. Just in case things were bad,
Yeah.
I
It's not
couldn't
worth
watch it. I could not know that was coming.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yep,
And I will
100%.
live by that.
1,000%. I would not want to live knowing that something bad's going to happen.
No.
I just want it. If it's going to
So
happen, I just
true.
want it to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even if
Catch me off guard.
catch me out. I just want me to catch me out.
That's crazy.
Even if, let's say, it was literally incredible, like my dream
Yeah.
life, cool. I don't need to know it.
Yeah.
Like
I'll live
my
it.
delusional self already think that's going to happen.
Yeah. What do you think that's gonna happen?
What do you think that is? No, my delusional self already thinks that's going to be my life.
Yeah.
Because
So
that's
let's keep
how
it that
I am.
way.
I just like
Yeah.
have this like rose-colored glasses of the world on.
I'm obsessed with it. Never change.
I hope I don't. So cool.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
that
I'm
makes
amazing.
your current life better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm glad we're on the same page.
Cool. So
My, like,
amazing.
curiosity would, like, really want to
It would
watch
be
it.
hard.
Can I see the thumbnail? Thumbnail and title?
The title?
Have you used it?
If it was like millions, you'd be
Millions,
like,
I'd be
I'll watch
like,
it.
oh my God. They're watching my life fall apart and they're like, I'm intrigued. It's
Makes
just
me
hate.
feel better about that. It's just all haters. Oh, you get cancelled. Terrifying.
That's the book I got cancelled on.
I heard that.
Did you hear that? I'm so hungry today. Something's wrong.
rumbling.
I finished my lunch and I was like starving. Like actual hunger pains right now. Am I okay? No,
That's crazy.
I'm not. I've just been wanting to buy so many things recently.
Bye.
Yep.
Tell me what.
But I don't
What's
need
on your wish
mainly
list?
Shoes. I just want every pair of Spizzy House ever.
Oh
actually.
my gosh. They're an addiction. And it's just so, the satisfactory feeling of like matching your shoes to your top
Yeah.
or like at some part of your outfit. There's not much like it.
There's not.
And I'll tell you what,
Tell me.
I've never experienced that until last year.
Wow.
I was like, shoes are boring. Why would anyone like get
you were
fun
never a
shoes?
sneaker girl.
I literally
Strictly
white.
white.
White only. I had one pair and I'd wear them till they
Fold apart.
fall apart.
And
Fell
then
apart.
repurchase.
Repurchase the exact same pair.
Yeah.
And then I got my pink samples.
Yeah, red and pink.
Red and pink.
Like, that's a crazy jump
I know.
to do.
And ever since, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I really want the maroon. Oh, cherry red kind of vibes.
There's a pair that are hot pink with yellow stripes.
They don't really have any cute just yellow and white. I feel like the
No.
yellow is a bit mustardy. Or a bit like...
I don't feel like I've seen that. I do like the green as well. The dark green with the light green stripes.
Yes.
Love.
Love them.
I am happy to report I am the girl I've always been. And I've always been into colourful shoes.
You have...
Like, when Rachel and I used to have like content days taking Instagram photos,
Yeah.
I would like wear my mustard coloured Vans
Yeah.
with my mustard coloured cardigan.
She is a girl. She's always been.
Yeah. I had pink Vans.
Yeah.
I had red Converse.
Yeah.
Had it all.
Yeah, you did.
Now Adidas is just slaying the game with the
They
colours.
really are.
So.
What are the other areas in your life that you think that you're like, wow, I've just always been the girl of boys?
Ooh.
Always been.
I feel like I've always like been super nostalgic and like looking back at photos and like stalking myself all the time. Like I did that so much and I still do that so much.
Yeah, like reminiscing constantly.
I don't know. Do you have any?
Well, we were stalking my like old Instagram account from when I was like in school, and even just like I was very much posting like food flat lays and with my Ray-Bans in, and like, oh, I still wear them now.
The sunglasses I wear every day.
Yep. And like just always been very like on theme. Like what I posted then, I'm like, wow, like I still am like that.
Yeah.
And even I got this memory on Snapchat the other day, and it was like 6 years ago or 5 years ago, and it was me filming like a sit down video, and I was like, and I was still doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it just made me think very much like, wow, I've just always been like this.
Yeah.
And even like I watch back old videos of like 5-6 years ago, and I'm like, of course I've grown, and I would say like I'm very cringed at that now, but I'm like, it's still me.
Yeah.
Like I can still see obviously me in her.
It's,
I'm like,
it's so weird
whoa.
though. Because it is you, it just doesn't feel like you. but
Yes, it is. It's literally that saying, like me talking to a camera 5 years later.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, she's just always been doing that, hasn't she?
Yeah. I've always been a lyrics girl. Like, okay, this is a bit crazy of me.
Okay.
But you know those like folders with the clear sleeves in them?
Yeah, you used to print out lyrics.
I would, print out lyrics. I had
I
a
would
whole
do that
Taylor
too.
Swift one.
Wow, I would do that too, but for like performances,
Yeah, see,
not performing.
just so I knew the words. Because like, it was
That's
so
iconic.
important to me.
Wow, I feel
And
like
here I
you've
am
always
now, so
been-
I'm always like, what do the lyrics say?
Yeah, yeah, you are.
Tell me, I need to know.
And I feel like you've always been that big music girl.
Yeah, I would say so.
And just always like sharing music interests and like all that kind of stuff.
I love it.
Yeah. I've always been chaotic
Yeah.
in terms of how I live my life.
Yeah.
Before school, like in school days, I used to be doing assignments the night before,
Oh, me too. But in like a...
but I still do that.
Yeah. Me too, actually.
I unfortunately thrive under pressure.
Yeah. You know when you're so... And I wonder what this is. When you're so stressed about something, so you like
Can't do it.
do it last minute.
Yeah.
That's
are you asking
me.
what it is? Oh,
I feel like
right.
it is a part of like something.
Yeah, gotcha.
But 9 times out of 10, if I have a trip I'm going on, the night before, I'm packing like at 10 p.m. and I'm sitting on my bed scrolling my phone, procrastinating packing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like, hello, is anyone home? Pack
No,
your
no, no.
suitcase and go to bed. I never sleep well before a flight. That's literally me at school. I mean, at 10 p.m. writing my assignment.
Yeah, same.
Procrastinating, like cleaning my room. Like, what?
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
I'm exactly the same. And I hate that about myself. I was really, again, reflecting the other day. And I was like, I want to be someone who's not constantly in a rush. Like, you know how there's some people who just emulate, I'm not in a rush. I'm just getting things, like, I've got time. I feel like they look organised. Maybe it's just what they emulate. Maybe no one actually feels like that.
Yeah, and also, it's just who you are.
I know, but it's stressful.
Yeah.
I'm always rushing. I always forget
But
things.
maybe
I always lose things.
You'd be stressed if you were not like that anyway.
I think
because
I'd
it's
be
not
bored.
who you are. Exactly.
I think I'd be like a bit stir crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
What did I was talking to my nail lady about you today. We were gossiping.
I hate her.
What were we saying? Oh, we was talking about a potential trip we're going on at the end of the year. And she was like, hopefully Soph brings the right passport this time.
Classic.
And I said, yeah, classic Soph. She's like, what do you mean classic? I was like, it's just such a Soph thing to do.
It is.
And she was like, really? She seems so organized. And I said, I know. That's how she is portrayed.
That's fascinating. She thinks I see.
I think that's the energy you give, though.
Really?
Yeah. Until you, like,
Get to
see
know.
you in normal everyday situations.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God. Okay.
Settle down. Wow. I think, yeah, it's one of those things because that's not how I feel. I'm like, how could anyone look at me and be like, she seems organized?
But you'd watch your vlogs and be like, she's clean, tidy, and organized.
Ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam.
At the end of the day, we are the girls we've always been.
Exactly right. People say, you've changed. Actually, let me tell you, I have not.
Not that much. A healthy amount.
Yeah, like the fundamentals have stayed the same,
Yeah.
even if like other things have grown and changed.
Anyway, we'll be up for a very long time.
We always do. We always go, oh, I've got nothing to say. Actually, let me tell you, I have a lot to say.
This episode. Actually, let me tell you.
That's what the title is. Actually, yeah. Let me tell you.
Thanks for being here, as always. And we'll see you on Soph's channel in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Love you so much.
Bye. I love ya.
I love you.
Bye.
I thought that was a good episode.